All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyam La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Rakazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. Brother Shabbat Mama back at you with another lesson. All right. And the title of this lesson, all right, it's called I Will Lay My Hand Upon Edom. All right. Give me 1 second. I just lost a video I was about to do a video on. There you go. All right. And I want to do a video on this right here. All right. So as you can see, it looks like we're in the era of folding chairs. All right. I guess everybody all of a sudden is a wrestler now. All right. But at the end of the day, this is prophecy, man, because the Lord, what he's doing right now. All right. Let's grab 1 second. This is Deuteronomy 30th chapter. And 7, Deuteronomy 30 and 7, and it says, and the Lord Yahweh, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord, and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. Right? So the point is that right now what you're starting to see is you're starting to see the Lord take the curses off of our people and starting to put it on these damn heathens, man. All right. At the end of the day, the Lord's going to put every single curse that was once upon us is going to be put onto these other nations. All right. Which hated us. All right. These damn devils hate us, man. And they've been persecuting us ever since since the beginning of time. Okay. So the simple fact that you're starting to see Judah rise up. All right. As a matter of fact, the scriptures tell you that, man. Who shall rouse them up? Okay, let's grab that. This is Genesis 49 and 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? All right, and in these last days, man, the spirit on Judah, all right, and even on the rest of Israel, man, it's going to be put on these other nations. Okay, even towards, you know, like it tells you in Job the 20th chapter, man, that these, I'll grab that real quick as a matter of fact. It's a spirit, I ain't even had that in my mind, but let me bring it out. This is Job 20, right? And it says, give me 1 second. This is 19, 20 and 19. It says, give me 1 second, hold on. It's not the one I want. I'm going to still read that, but I wanted a different one. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll start from 19. It says, because he has oppressed and has forsaken the poor, because he has violently taken away a house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Right? Yeah, they're gonna run into trouble and be overcome by the misery. Right? You don't have all these other nations, even 2/3 of our people, man, that are wicked as hell. They're gonna end up standing up against this damn devil. All right, along with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, is gonna be the main the main one that stands up against this place, man, and brings this place down to naught. Okay, now going back to what I just had. 1 second. Let me read that again. Deuteronomy 30:7. And it says, "And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hated thee, which persecuted thee." Okay, let's go to Ezekiel 25 and 12. Right, and this is a message for Edom. Scripture say. Okay, it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, because that Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and has greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword." Man, it says, "And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai." So in that video you just seen, that's the spirit of the Lord being put on a Judite, man, to bust this shit open like that, man. And you're gonna see more of that in these last days, man. Because all the curses that were once upon us, this is the things that we used to go through. All right, these devils will take us, round us up, beat our ass, all right, throw us into captivity, hang us, all right, murder us, whatever you wanted to call it, man. But now you're gonna start to see these heathens go through the things that we went through, man. All right. And even though, we don't know if these people are the elect or not, but, even if they're 2/3, man, it's going to be a righteous recompense that the Lord is putting upon the people of Edom, man, because they deserve everything they've done. All right. And when you see things like that happening on that video, man, those are all spiritual. They probably knew each other from their past life, man. That so-called white man probably had that Judite, all right, or that Israelite in slavery in those times, man. You see? And that's how everything is working right now. You're starting to see more and more of Judah and Israel starting to come up against these damn devils, man. Stand up against them. All right, you're putting their hands on them. We just seen that whole thing go down in Alabama, man. That was the same thing. That was the spirit of the Lord being put in those Judites to end up beating the shit out of all these damn Edomites, man. And it's going to continue to get worse and worse till the love of many wax cold. Okay. This is going to be the most beautiful day, right? Obadiah. And I'll start from 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee." Okay. And I'm sure that the Lord is, raising these hands up on Judah to put on Edom because of the things, the persecutions we went through, the violence that they have put us through. Okay. It says, Jacob, because thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Yeah, because they have a perpetual hatred against us, man. That's why you still seeing these damn devils trying to attack our people, man. It's a perpetual hatred, continual, man, from generation to generation, reincarnation to reincarnation. Okay. It says, "In that day that thou stoodest in the other side, in the day that strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Yeah, because here it was, the Lord was punishing us, but they took advantage of that shit, man. And by taking advantage of it, all right, they were rejoicing over, blotting out the name of Israel out of remembrance, man, by killing our people. Okay, it says the day of the neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress, man. And these devils speak proudly to our people on a daily basis, man. The simple fact that they could sit there and try to say that we the scum of the earth when they the true scum of the earth, that's speaking proudly, man. Because the Lord is what raised you up from the bottom of the dunghill, man, and raised you up to be something. All right, but only because this world that we live in is not created for, well, it is created for our sakes, but the world that we live in is not our rest, man. So the Lord gave you this world because this world is trash right here, man. It was meant for someone that is trash to run it. All right, so the Lord gave you that power, but it's only to show his power, to bring you down to naught, to show you that the pride of thine heart has deceived you, man. It says, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou should have not looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity, man. Well, you laid hands on our substance. You stole our stuff. You stole our riches. All right. You stole our heritage. You stole everything from us. Now it's time for us to lay hands on you and take back what's ours, rightfully ours, man. Again, righteous recompense. Okay, it says neither Salakia. Going to 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen. This is part of the day of the Lord, man, that is upon the heathen right now. The heathens are about to be in some serious ass trouble, man. Because the Lord's people is waking up, one, which our weapons of warfare are not carnal. We just gonna bring out this word on you, man. We're gonna kill you with these scriptures, man. This word is a two-edged sword, sharper than a two-edged sword. Okay, it says, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. You see, this is the same shit that we're doing to our people back in those days. So the Lord is putting that same spirit back on our people to give it back to them. Okay, it says, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as a matter of fact, let me read that in the NLT, man. That's beautiful. The day is near when I, the Lord Yahweh, will judge all godless nations as you have done to Israel. And now see, that goes to show you that the Lord only deals with Israel, because he's saying that all these other nations are godless. This is why they create idols, man, and they make you worship them, because they have no God. We actually have a God, a power to run to, man. It says, as you have done to Israel, so it will be done to you. All your evil deeds will fall back on your own heads. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. All right. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire. See, this is going to happen after the time of 1,000 years of slavery, man, which all these other nations are going to go into slavery, man. And people don't believe that, but it tells you that in Jeremiah, all right, 30 and 16, man. Let's grab that. This is Jeremiah 30 and 16. And it says, therefore, all they that devoured thee, matter of fact, let me start it off from, I'll start from 12. It says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All thy lovers, excuse me, have forgotten thee. Yeah, all these other damn nations, man. They have forgotten thee. Okay. It says, all your lovers, all right, meaning what? Your allies have left you. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy. with the chastisement of a cruel one for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto you. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, meaning our enemies, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto you, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh, because thy called thee an outcast. Okay, saying, this is Zion whom no man seeketh after. Right? And that's the way of these heathens, man. These heathens don't give two shits about our people, man. All right. So going back to Obadiah 1 and 18. Okay. Going back to what I just said, this is going to be after they serve 1,000 years of slavery. Okay. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. You see, so the Lord between both northern and southern kingdom, man, we're gonna make a big fire, man, a big great bonfire, and we're gonna disintegrate the house of Edom, man, to naught, never gonna be able to exist again. All right. It says, the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has spoken it. All right. So at the end of the day, when you see these things happening, you see our people starting to stand up and starting to give ass whoopings left and right to these heathen nations, is because the Lord is putting the curses that were once upon us. He's putting it on these other heathen nations, man. And the Lord said that he was going to lay his hand, all right, by the hand of Israel and Judah, he was going to lay it upon Edom, man. All right. So, hey, that was pretty much the point. A little quick hit. So with that being said, Lord willing, you were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem B'Kafetash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem B'Kafetash. Water. Rest in the pump to make this lesson. Shalom.